Hi there girls, Mr. Gilmore here. Today we're going to be doing constructions, and because we're going to be doing constructions, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. And so I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. There we go. So constructions for this, we are going to need a protractor, a compass, a ruler, 2 set squares, a pencil, and for good measure, and a rubber, okay? Now, I'm going to do all my constructions in pencil. I expect all of you to do your constructions in pencil. And just obviously with a protractor, with a compass, I'm going to always say you need to have your points right next to one another, okay? So, there are in total 15 ordinary level, there's 15 Junior Cert constructions. You have to be able to do all of them for higher level, and you need to do 13 of them for ordinary level. So I've eliminated 3 and 7 from this video, but I'm going to keep the same numbering scheme. So you'll notice we go from 2 to 4, and then later on you'll notice I go straight from 6 to 7, okay? So the first task that we're given is to bisect an angle. So we're given an angle like this, and we just want to draw a line through it that's going to perfectly cut this angle in half, okay? So how do we do that? Well, we take our compass and we just pick any length. I would generally say pick a small enough one, but not too small. So I would say, you know, about this much, okay? And then all we do is we just draw one arc, okay? So we've got 2 points now on our angle. And then keeping the same length apart on our protractor, on our compass, we draw another 2 arcs. And now we have a kind of intersection point, okay? If we draw a line between that intersection point and where the angle is, you'll see that cuts it perfectly, doesn't it? Our next one is to bisect a line with a perpendicular one. So we want a line that's perpendicular at a right angle to this line that bisects the segment, okay? So again, we're going to take our compass, and what we want to do is we want to just approximately make it a little bit bigger than half the length of the line segment, okay? So we can see that's more than half the length. We want it more than half the length. And then we just get our point, draw an arc, draw a big old arc. Don't worry about drawing it too big. And then do another one of these, okay? And what's going to happen here is you'll notice, wait a second, we've got 2 intersection points, kind of like we did with bisecting the angle. Again, we just draw a line through those 2 intersection points, and you'll see, wait a second, that cuts this line segment here in half perfectly. The next one is to draw a perpendicular line from the point. So construction 4 is to draw a perpendicular line from a point. The easiest way is to line up a set square with its right angle here and just draw a line. Oop. And then there you go, you've got a perpendicular line. Now, what they might ask you to do is draw a perpendicular line from the point using a compass, okay? So if they ask you to do it with a compass, what you do is, I would say in this case, take a small distance on our compass and draw 2 arcs either side of this perpendicular line. From this point, okay? So I've taken an arc and I've drawn it here and I've drawn it here, okay? And what you'll see here is you'll go, wait a second, that point is halfway between these 2 points, right? Because we know both of these are this length, aren't they? So that brings us back to bisecting a line with a perpendicular one, because we now have a line segment here, and all we need to do is we just need to increase the arc on our the length on our compass and draw 2 more arcs here and here. And from that, again, we'll be able to draw a line connecting these 2 points, and lo and behold, it's a perfect perpendicular line from our original line. Okay, let's look at another one. Draw a parallel line through the point. Okay, so we want a line that's parallel, the same slope as this line going through this point. So what we do is we line up a set square, we take our ruler, and we line that up with the set square. So you can see this ruler is a perpendicular line to this line here, right? Everyone can see that? And then what you do is you just kind of slide the set square up this ruler and draw a line through it. Okay? So what we've done is we've decided to fix the slope of this set square, and then we can just move the set square up and down, and it's not going to make any difference. Okay? Now, here's probably the toughest construction we're going to have to do today, and then I'll show you 1 or 2 quite easy ones, but this is definitely the toughest, and this will probably be the one that takes you the longest. Cut this line into 3 even parts. Okay? So in order to cut something into 3 even parts, there's 1 or 2 ideas that you have to kind of do, okay? The first one is you want to draw another line, another ray. That's a line starting at a point and then continuing on into infinity, going from one of the points, one of the ends of that line segment, okay? So we've got this ray here. Next, what we do is we decide to take our compass and we set it at a width that we know we'll be able to make 3 arcs up this new ray without kind of coming to the end. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. So what do we know about these 3 line segments? Well, we know they're all the same length, aren't they? So if I get my set square and I line it up here and I draw a line from the final arc, so I've done 3 of these, and I do 1 line from here down to the end of the line segment we're trying to cut into 3. And then I line up my ruler and slide this down. What's going to happen if I connect these 3 parts, okay? So what's happened here is these lines are going to cut this into 3 even parts, okay? So one of the things that a lot of people make as a mistake is they try to measure from like here to like the end of the ray. No, you're measuring from the last arc to the end of the ray, and then you're just sliding that set square down using perpendicular lines, okay? Of course, I've done this with you girls already, but running through all of them for now. Okay, so that's the first 5. I said we would do 7 today, but the next 2 are very, very easy. They're really, really easy here, okay? So we've got construction 8 and construction 9. Construction 8 is saying get a line segment of length 5 centimeters from the ray. So what we do is we just take a ruler. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use one of my set squares because the centimeters on my set squares are a little bit clearer. And we measure off 5 centimeters like this, put it at the point, and then just draw an arc. And you can immediately go, okay, this distance here, that's 5 centimeters. Now, what about draw a 30-degree angle from the ray? Well, again, what we're going to do is we're just going to measure out 30 degrees. So we take a protractor here, we go from 0 up to 30. Just mark off a point. And then we just draw a simple line here. Now, one of the things I'm going to say to you girls is we are now doing things that are at a certain measure. So I do expect you to label the angles that you're given, label the distances that you're given, and so on. Okay, so for homework, can we redo these constructions? I want to see each of you do 2 of them, and I'd like them to be a bit different. So like, you know, if you're bisecting an angle, you can bisect an angle like this, and then you can bisect an angle like this. If you're drawing a perpendicular line from a point on a line, I would say like do like one line and then do like one really close to an edge and then like one fairly central, and so on. Okay? Thank you very much, girls. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.